Hey guys, so today we're going to be doing a tutorial of a glitter cut crease. So I'm going ahead and prepping her face with some aloe vera gel and the NYX primer. And I'm about to go ahead and start on her eyebrows. I use the Anastasia dip pomade in the color, I want to say dark chocolate. And I just line it out, fill it in really nice and good to the way I feel that it needs to be lined out. I really don't care like how good it looks or how defined it is, because I know that I'm going to go in with a concealer and make it look a lot better. Sorry, I have some stuff in my mouth. But, yeah, so I'm just going to keep on filling in. And I like to do it outwards. And then I brush up the hairs just to where it's not as many harsh lines. And then I go in with a Tarte concealer, Shape Tape concealer, right under the eye. The video is sped up, but I move in a much slower pace when I go under the eyebrow, just so I can make sure that line is nice and straight and very defined. And then I bring it all the way down so it doesn't have any harsh lines when I get to blending it out. And I like to let it dry so it's not as tacky once I come in with the eyeshadow. So yeah, bring it all the way down. And then I blend it out, press it in to the skin nice and smooth to where all the excess product is gone. Yeah, see how nice and sharp that eyebrow is? Period. And so now I'm just going to the other brow. And as you see on my hand, I put it on my hand so I can flatten it out on my brush, front and back of the brush, because I want the product to be as smooth as possible on the brush so it goes on smoothly onto the skin. Just going right under that brow. Y'all see how, ooh, that looks so good right there. And like I said, I just bring it all down. Bringing it all down. And then going in and pressing all of that in. Y'all see Katie? Hey, Katie. Y'all was having a whole conversation about life while doing this. So expect to see a lot of laughter and talking, because that's what we were doing. But yeah, so I just press it in, prepare it for the shadow. Now I go up to the top of the brow, and I go in with the color more of her skin color. I actually use a foundation instead of a concealer. And for her foundation, I used a Maybelline Fit Me 355 mixed with a Lancome color. I can't think of the color right now, but all of the products will be in the description. Very detailed. I'm not the best detailed describer. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and put that over the brow and go ahead and blend that out, so when I do actually come in with the foundation, it all blends very well and you don't see any harsh lines. So I'm doing the other brow now. And when I do this part, it shows me what foundations I need to use, like if it's too light, too dark, what I need to do to add more of, undertones. Doing the brow helps me choose my color for her skin. And I usually mix a lot of colors because nobody's skin is the same. So, and you can't have every foundation there is. Like, it's just not going to happen. So I mix a lot to get the right color. So now we're going to go in with my Charles Morphe palette. I'm going with like an orange color for the crease. And she has a very small lid. So I wanted to really deepen her crease and just give it off a really nice effect. And I usually do like a more patting motion. Don't really know why I was rubbing like that. You can rub too, but I prefer pat just so it can be more pigmented. When you pat in the shadow, it's just a lot more pigmented, and I can see that now. Like, it's not as pigmented. Maybe I just wanted it to be a softer look. Because that is the transition color, so yeah. But I'm about to build up the color anyways, as you'll see in a few minutes. As y'all see, y'all can see the palette now, so y'all can see what color I'm actually using. If you do have the Charles palette, I'm using that orange color right next to where it gets to the browns. And I'm just putting that right in the crease. Getting it in there nice and pigmented, nice and smooth. No harsh lines, making sure everything is blended out. Now we're going to go in with it's like a fuchsia color. And I'm putting that right in the crease as well. I brought the orange color up a little more just so I could deepen the crease. And then I go back in with the orange to blend those colors out. It looks really pretty. I love this Charles palette too. The colors are amazing. They go on so well. And I just keep blending it out until I don't see any more harsh lines. Keep building up that color till it's the pigment that I want it. You see how cute that eye is already? Yes, ma'am. Love it. So I'm just doing the same thing with the other eye. Bringing in that fuchsia color. Just to darken up that crease. And going back in with the orange, blending it out. No harsh lines. And just keep building up that fuchsia color. And bringing it more into the corner, so once I start on my cut crease, it's already some color there that I can just blend more into. And now I'm going in with the darker purple and coming in with the color, and then I'm going to start in this crease. So I usually just start from the corner and work my way up. I don't know what we were laughing at or what we were talking about, but apparently it was funny. But yeah, so I just work my way in a circular motion, following the crease of the eye. I wanted her eye to seem a little bigger than what it is. So I brought it up a little higher just to give off a bigger effect. And as you see, it made her eye look bigger already. And I always struggle with having them be identical. I don't know why my hand just moves different for one eye than the other. So I always have to go back and forth and just look at them and fix and see which one is higher, which one is lower, if the curve is the same and everything. I don't know, my hand just be acting weird sometimes. So, and I'm a perfectionist, so if I see it wrong, like, I'm gonna stare at it for a minute until I feel like it's right. And I usually just use my finger once I'm done to kind of press in the edges of the cut crease, so it's not such a harsh line once I start going back in with the shadow. So I'm just making sure my lines are sharp, the height is the same, the curve is the same, and it's just an identical eye of a cut crease. And then I'm going in with this brush. Oh, my nails was cute. Shout out to Katie. Katie on the nails. Katie's Nail House. Book with her. So now I'm going back in with that fuchsia color. I think I mixed it with the darker purple. And pushing that into the corner. To give it some depth in the corner. Blending that out. And now I'm going back in with some orange just to make sure that the color is blended nice and smoothly. Now I'm going to come in with like a rose gold shimmer on the lid or on the cut crease. Just to bring out her eye more, giving her more depth on the lid and in that cut crease. Once you add that shadow, that cut crease just pops even more. I love it. She kept laughing, and I'm like, girl, you finna mess me up on this cut crease now. Oh, Katie over here showing us her bed set. That is funny. So we're just going to go back in with that color and blend those colors in together so it's not too much of a harsh line. Y'all, Katie is retarded, so ain't no telling what she said to have us laughing like this. We were just in there clowning, honestly. Now I'm going to go in with a glue. It's from Glow Up Cosmetics, I want to say, from Kiki Adams. Her cosmetic line, she has a glue, and I love it. It works perfectly. And then I'm going in with a glitter from Jlarule Cosmetics. And like I said, I'll have everything that I use in the description. I don't really have everything with me right now, so I don't necessarily know. But everything will be in the description. I love their glitters. They're the only glitters I honestly use. I have every color. Because they just pop so nicely. I love it. So I just keep adding in some more glitters. I love to pack my glitters too because I want it to be flashy. I want you to see my glitter from a mile away. And so on the corner, I went in with a shimmer pigment from Jlarule. And I'll also have that in the description as well. It's not necessarily a glitter. It's just more of a shimmer. And it's so pretty. I love it. Y'all see these eyes? Get into it, okay? Book with me, okay? $200 brands on the beat. I haven't even got to the face yet. But, yeah, I'm just packing this glitter onto this eye. Getting that corner eye right. Now I'm going to go in with the NYX Matte Eyeliner. I love this eyeliner. It's so easy to apply, and just how matte it is perfect. It really is. It goes on so easily, so smooth. And I just do a line and then I fill it in. It brings a lot of depth into the eye too. I love liner. Like, I wouldn't do any eye without a liner. Liner just does, it just completes the eye to me. Now I just use a spoolie to take off all the excess shadow and glitter on her face. Now I'm going to go in with that Maybelline and Lancome mixture for her foundation and apply it all around her face with a flat brush. Just so I know that majority of her skin is fully covered. I go right under the eye, make sure her eye has as full coverage as she needs. Then I go in with a Real Techniques foundation brush and just press all of that foundation into her skin very smoothly. Key to makeup is blending. Making sure everything is set right in the skin, nice and smoothly. And I always have a little on my hand as well, just so if I feel like I need a little more foundation, I can dip right into it and add a little more. I love this mixture too because the coverage is amazing. Just blending all of that out. And then I'm going to go in with the Tarte Shape Tape under the eye for highlighting. Over her nose, under the eye, and the forehead. And then I'm going to blend it in. I usually let it sit for a little just so it doesn't move as much. That's why I do the forehead first, because I don't really care too much. But when it comes to the eye, I do the eye under the eyelash just because I want it to stay in place. Y'all see how that just highlighted her like that? Oh my goodness. I love it. And so I use Morphe's brush. It's a face bundle of brushes that come in like a package. I love that bundle so much. I need to go get another one because I use these brushes a lot. And so I'm just pressing everything into the skin. Get into that nose. Yes, ma'am. So So like I said, just making sure everything is blended. Key to makeup is blending. And now I'm going in with a contour stick from Juvias Place and applying that into all her contour areas, just to give her more definition. And bring him cheeks, girl, yeah. I'm gonna go in, sharpen up that nose. Gotta get that nose right, okay? And now I'm gonna press in some Sacha powder. I use that to set the face before I begin to bake. I'm just making sure all of her highlighted areas are set and pressed in. And then I just use a big brush with powder and just press in the whole face pretty much. Then I'm going to go in with some Fenty bronzer and go over her contour areas just to warm up her face a little bit more. I love Fenty. Shout out to Ree. Love you, girl. Y'all see this face? Then I'm going to go in with the Morphe Contour Palette and use... I usually mix all the highlights together, but I think I use like the more gold color for this look so she can look very golden. Then I go under the eye with some shadow using the colors that I used on the upper eye. Just to define her eye more. Y'all see that, how that brought out her eyes like that? She already has pretty eyes, but that just made them pop even more. Love. And I go in with a black shadow for the waterline. I don't usually use gel liners just because they tend to run. So I usually always use this black shadow. And so now I'm going to go in with some mascara from Maybelline. Like I said, all the products will be in the description. I don't really even know that may be Maybelline. It may not be. I don't know. I want to say it is Maybelline now. Just to take all the excess makeup off of her lashes and have them black. So when she has on lashes, they blend in with the lash instead of looking like she got two pair of lashes. And I just keep putting glue over her glitter just to make sure that it stays nice and smoothly and it doesn't build up in any way. Now I'm going to go in with some blush. Actually, no, that's more contour from the contour palette. Just bringing in her face more, warming it up. Now I'm about to do these lashes, honey. I always use Miss 3D Lash. You can get them at any local beauty supply. I love them. They're amazing. They always look so pretty on everybody. Everybody always loves them. So they do it for me, honey. Y'all see how they just brought out that eye? I mean, ooh. Who told me to be this bad at makeup? Who told me? putting on the other lashes. That's why I wait till the end to do lashes, because it's such a big deal for lashes. Like, that's what sets off the makeup look. It makes it the look. Like, it just does its thing. But now we're going to go in and do this bomb lip. Okay, we're going to go in with the NYX brown color to line the lips. And then we're going to go in with the Anastasia Nude for the middle. I always line with a stain though, because I don't like lip liners. They're just too hard to work with on clients, and I'd rather use a brush for my clients than a lip liner. So it's easier for me to work with, and it still gives the same effect. Now we're going to go in with that nude from Anastasia for the middle. Love, love, love this color. Love a nude lip. I cannot lie. If I could do a nude lip on every client, I would. I really mostly do. Unless they just ask for a color, and that's very rare. So nude lip it is, honey. Then I go in with that $1.99 gloss from the Beauty Supply, okay? And do the job. But I am about to come out with a new line with a lip gloss, because I use lip gloss too much for me not to have one. But anyways, it's the finished product. Okay, I hope y'all enjoyed.